What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Road Talk. And today on Road Talk, guys, we will be talking about chapter 1050, guys. Oda, you have come a long way. I know your wrists might be hurting for all of those pages that you've been drawing, and I'm glad that I was able to see this chapter because it was historic chapter. Needless be said, it was just a historic chapter. I'm gonna get into you about all my feelings about the chapter in a couple of seconds. But first, guys, if this is your first time here at Road Talk, please remember I'm Road, and I'm here to let you know all the news that you need about One Piece. And we're gonna dive into this chapter. And we talk about anime. We also talk about sports, and we also do dabble in between Twitch once in a while. So if you like that, please subscribe down below and make sure you come back and support your Nakama. And without that being said, I think I'm forgetting one more thing. Oh yeah, let's go! Back in chapter 697, around 9 years ago and 4 months, Luffy and Law made their alliance to come together and defeat Kaido with Law plan that he was thinking of. And that's when things started gearing up from to go to Dressrosa, all the way to Zou, all the way to Whole Cake, and now back at Wano. And over those 9 years, I personally was always hyped up to see what was going to happen. How would Luffy defeat a Yonko? And especially since Oda himself was hyping up this fight as well, saying that Luffy is not just going to punch Kaido into win this victory. I was looking forward to this. I'm thinking Luffy is going to do Kamehameha, some Rasengan, just a new move. There's something that's out of the box from Luffy's Gum Gum No, his Nika Nika fruit. I don't think he was going to be doing something out of the box. And when I was reading this chapter, it just didn't deliver to my expectation. Nothing's wrong with that. It just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But it was still great. It was still a great chapter. It had so many levels to it, and it was just very, very well, like, kind of put together. It just wasn't my chapter that I envisioned. But let's get into it. So we see Luffy falling out the sky, and then we see Yamato coming to save Luffy, and then we get these bubbles about how Luffy is going to be the winner of this fight. Then we also get to see where Kaido is going, is the exact place that Big Mom was going. So that was kind of cool in a way that you can see how deep they were going into the Wano's earth and going to the core of the earth. So that was pretty cool about that, and it just showed you how strong Luffy punch was to go down into the ground. Go leave it at that. I was going to say some stuff about it, but that was a strong defeat about Luffy pushing a Yonko down into the ground that far by himself. He didn't have help like Law and Kid did during his fight. So that was a great feat by Luffy. At the same time as well, we have to give our kudos and our flowers once again to Momonosuke, because Momonosuke did keep the island afloat and he brought it down safely. And even Yamato stated on this chapter, great job to Momonosuke. So great job, Momonosuke, still growing. Like, this is the stuff I really enjoy about Oda when he writes stuff down into his chapters. It's the fact about the level of admiration that he has for certain characters, and we can see it now with Loki is talking about her father with Hitetsu, and she was saying that she wanted her dad to come back, but she wanted to actually show more honor into him. And what she just wrote on her fire lantern to Sky, she was just saying, thank you, daddy, for all that you did. And what he did was, it was admirable, and all the stuff that he felt with his fellow comrades and his fellow people. He just, with the devil fruit scenario, when everybody had to laugh because they couldn't do anything else, he was there to be alongside them and continue to fight with them. And then also he was stealing from different places just to give back to those people so they can have some eat. He was just a man of men's, and that's the type of stuff that I just thought like I would feel more with Odin as well too. But I really felt it here with this part of the chapter, and I just really liked it and how she just want to say thank you to her dad, just like let him know like thank you so much for everything that you have done. And that was just phenomenal how Oda had wrote that out to me. One of the other great feelings I love about when Oda writes down is the fact when people triumph and then people see what that person went through. And why I really enjoyed Toki with her father, because it showed all about what that man went through, Toki's father. And that's exactly what happened with the next couple of panels. It's about Momonosuke and Luffy. Momonosuke, his name is being heard out the whole entire Onishigima, saying he's a dragon and he's the reason why that the island came down floating down safely. We gotta thank him. Yes, he has powers, and they just so hyped about that. All the warriors and all the soldiers there are hyped. Then we got Luffy as well too, and then you can hear the echoes. Luffy has won. I can hear it in my head. Luffy has won. It's like just roast all over again. I can hear the guy is calling out, Luffy is the victor for the fight between Kaido and Luffy. So that is great. I love to see that, and I love the people to acknowledge that all the stuff that person went through just to help them out, and it was just great. It gave me chills. I can't wait to see that get made it and hear everybody just cheering on. It's just stuff that I really enjoy about One Piece. Actually three funny things is between Apu, Law, and Kid. Kid got this look on his face like Luffy kind of outshined me once again. And then we also have Apu just being a hater. It was like, what? Luffy defeated Kaido? Like, and then we get Law. Law literally put Beppo on his back all through this thing. So shout out to Law being a good captain that he is. Beppo, who still you didn't do nothing, Beppo, as a right-hand person. And anyway, that's another time for another day. But anyways, that just was kind of funny to me that I saw Beppo on the back of Law. So just like a little teddy. Probably the most serious part of this whole chapter is that Frankie has Zoro on his arms and say that Zoro is not going to survive. Okay, I'm joking, guys. It's not serious. Zoro's gonna survive. Chopper's there. Chopper and Marco and whatever that goat name is. They are there. Zoro is definitely gonna be alive at the end of all this, so that's a fear. And then also we see that Usopp is still telling Chopper about all the Kinemon and Okiko, how they are injured. So I'm pretty sure they will all survive, so that's great. And Dandy, and then we get to see a little bit more about what's going on in Onishigima. Everybody's happy. Everybody's having not a good time, but everybody's happy at this moment, and everybody is rejoicing that they are able to live for another day. This is kind of what things got a little bit interesting in the chapter, and which is kind of strange and kind of in a good way too, because Momonosuke has relayed a message to Zunisha and saying, not yet, we're not gonna open the borders yet, we're gonna wait a little bit. And Zunisha listened to Momonosuke command about that. And my theory of that is because I believe once he opens the borders, that's gonna bring waves of people in, and he needs to take precautions and preparations to be able to have that to be channeled in some type of way, and have that in a way that it won't affect his country no more. He has to rebuild his country to be able to lift it back up. And this is just smart. You can't just, while your country is down, just open up the borders and let everybody come in, because then kind of will look probably bad for your country, because everybody, new people will take advantage of that, and that's not something that should go on. Or maybe the other theory that I have, he don't want to open it yet because he has to go on an adventure with Luffy. And I really don't see it like that, because in last chapter, even Kaido said it, or even Yamato has said it, that the person, they gonna open the doors for Wano to let Joy Boy to come in. So Joy Boy is here and the doors are not open yet, so I feel like that does have to happen pretty soon. So Momonosuke can't be going on an adventure with him, so it's all up in the air right now. So it's pretty interesting. Comment down below on what you think is going to happen between the whole open the borders of Wano, and tell me how you feel. Shout out to Yamato this chapter, because when everybody was rejoicing and being happy that they won the fight over Kaido and Big Mom, the pirates that was on Big Mom and Kaido's side still thought people were lying about Luffy defeating Kaido. So they was like, let's take a time to actually start attacking people while they're dancing and being happy. But Yamato, like I said, once again, Yamato came up. He was like, hey, if y'all want to keep doing this after these people just saved you, y'all gonna have to go through me. And they all put together there. So shout out to Yamato for that. Yamato, hope that's a new Nakama. Please be on those Please be on the pirate ship after all this is done. Please be going on 1,000 Sunny. You need that to happen. Please, Oda. And this is the only reason why I can feel comfortable about this fight between Luffy and Kaido and Big Mom and Law and Kid. It's because how the whole, when Luffy pushed Kaido down into the earth, went to the core of the earth. And then also when Law and Kid pushed Big Mom down to the core of the earth, that both caused a volcanic eruption, and that it even showed throughout Wano. It was just a big boom. It gave you that conclusion like everything is over. Nobody can survive that big of explosion. It's a wrap for whoever was over there. It's just completely done. That's how big the explosion was. It was like they dropped a nuke on, after they pushed him down on the ground, then they dropped a nuke on Big Mom and Kaido. So it's like, it has to be over, and I think that's the only way that Kaido could have been rolling off by Oda, is just by that volcanic eruption. And I don't think there would have been anything else. I believe maybe Kaido could have survived after that hit, but after that volcanic eruption, I think it's just over with. Like, nobody's coming back from all of that. So if they do, they're Yonkos for a reason, the guys. They gotta be Yonkos for a reason. And this is the time when we have the wind down time. It's when Momonosuke is driving back to Wano and tell all his people that they survived this raid against Kaido, and Kaido and Orochi does not exist no more. We can live our happy lives once again. It was funny though to see that Momonosuke, when he was flying in his dragon form, that everybody was like, oh no, this is Kaido. But I believe in the next chapter, I'm like, he's pink. He's a pink dragon. Kaido was a blue dragon. They're gonna get in deeper details about that. And plus, they still have all the not all the 9 samurais, but they still have all the samurais that will clean up all the mess and tell them all the story about the history of what Momonosuke went through. And then Momonosuke will be the new Shogun of Wano. So that is going to be great. And also, we still haven't seen Momonosuke's face yet, since he has 20 years older. And I believe that's going to send chills to all the people at Wano once they see Momonosuke's face. He's going to look just like a spitting image of Odin, and they will just gravitate toward him very quickly. And it's just going to be great to finally see all that's done with. And they might even have another party on top of that party. After they just had their party, they might have another party for everybody that was there. But the last thing about this chapter I'm just still curious about is the Marines is still outside your house. Like, they still outside there. So what y'all gonna do about that? Nobody has strength to go fight any Marines right now. That CP0 agent is out there telling the whole business of what's going on. So curious of how that's gonna play. It's been fun, guys. I hope you did enjoy this review. I appreciate you guys for sticking this through with me till this point. And if you did like it, please leave a like. Please comment down below and tell me any other videos that you want me to do. Once again, all my Nakama, all my family, all my friends. Till the next time, peace.